Oh dear, it's time to expose the BBC. It's time to show their hypocrisy. This is the most hilarious story I've discovered in a long time. This is about the BBC's climate editor. Oh, yes, they have a climate editor, and they're the ones who tell us that the weather is hot. So, yeah, get naked. It's hot. It's too hot. Don't leave your house. Stay at home. Clap for the NHS. So, this is Justin Rowlett. And this guy is the climate editor of the BBC. He just these guys are telling us we shouldn't fly around the world because taking the plane is very dangerous because trees will die and everything else. He decided to fly to Alicante in Spain next to Benidorm just to do a 5 minute report with that backdrop with the sun and everything and the sea, lovely sea, to tell the BBC audience we are in Spain and the weather is hot. He could have done it at home in London, but no. He decided to do this.
I'm on the beach at Alicante and it's 27 now, and as you can see, dawn is just rising. Even hotter inland. They had temperatures in the 30s overnight inland in Spain, and they're expecting temperatures to peak well into the 40s. So another very hot day as this second searing heat wave comes in from North Africa. We're getting the blast of heat today in Spain. It's going to go across into Italy, already very hot in Italy, but it's going to get hotter there.
What is going on? Why? Why do you have to do that? So he's got a lot of criticism on social media about this. Not just by people like us, but by actually pro-climate change people. The climate alarmists said they're not too happy about it either. So firstly, Justin Rowlett came out and also tweeted after his video saying, "It is getting very hot in southern Europe and it is going to get even hotter. These kind of temperatures would be vanishingly unlikely without man-made climate change." And he says this is according to climate scientists. Justin is also the same person who's been advocating against flying around and going on holidays. Carbon footprint. Why did you have to go all the way to Spain for a couple of minutes of reports about the hot weather? I mean, you could have easily done it in your studio, lovely studio with air conditioning in London. There's no logic behind this, apart from their propaganda and, of course, free trip to Spain. Yeah, just pop down to Benidorm, have a couple of drinks, have a look at Sticky Vicky. Why not? You had Craig McKinley, Tory MP, coming out to say there is something rather rich about Justin Rowlett using a fuel-guzzling aircraft to find out what a phone call would have told him. It follows the pattern of the great and the good telling us about the evils of climate change while jetting around the world. High temperatures are common in summer, and doubtless everything will be back to normal soon. Now, of course, you can't say that these days anymore, but you had some reactions from the people who are on the side of Extinction Rebellion and Greta Thunberg. Yeah, firstly, you had Andy Mitch saying, "Did the BBC fly you over to southern Spain, Justin? Are you saying anything that can't be said at home? If the climate crisis is as serious as you say, and I'm not disputing that it isn't, but wouldn't it make more sense and it'd be a better look if you stayed at home?" Well, that's a very good point. We also had Rob Morgan saying, "Was it necessary to travel to Spain when BBC already have the reporters there?" Exactly. The BBC is an empire around the whole world. They've got minions working for them from Sri Lanka to Spain and Argentina. So I don't think you needed to go there. You could just get one of the reporters, the junior reporters who want to become famous too, like you, Justin. You could give them an opportunity for once. Now, it is completely chaotic. So we had in November 2021, where Justin presented a special edition of BBC Panorama called Wild Weather. It's Our World Under Threat, in which he told the viewers that the world is getting warmer and our weather is getting even more unpredictable and dangerous. The death toll is rising around the world and the forecast is yet to come, right? But following May, the BBC's the Executive Complaints Unit, the ECU, upheld criticism of two comments made in the program. The unit found that there was no statistical basis for the claim that the death toll from natural disasters is rising. In fact, climate-related deaths have been going down every single year for the past 3 decades. I don't understand. You can't just open your mouth and say things and say, well, an expert told me, so it's a fact. That's not how it works. You can't create facts out of thin air. There are factual things you could report on that could help your argument, but you can't just randomly say, well, everyone's dying now. I just went to Benidorm and I saw Sticky Wicky and we had a couple of drinks and 2 people vomited. It's because of a climb. No, it's because they had too many Jaeger bombs. That's why they're vomiting, Justin. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back to you guys on Mahyar Tousi. We are the media.